Hi guys, welcome back from your run. This is your post-run sequence from the Yoga for Runners series. So, I'm going to have you guys start all the way down in child's pose. And bring your toes together behind you, open your knees wide. Sit back onto your heels and just drop your head forward. And allow your head to drop all the way down onto the mat. Let the arms be really heavy. And just take a few long breaths here. So allowing yourself just to arrive back from your run. To allow the entire body to start to soften. And breathe as deeply as you can into the low back. So you're trying to breathe and broaden through the back of the spine, the hips, the pelvis. And just keep the shoulders heavy. Keep your hips really heavy and just try to walk your hands forward a little bit further. Just try to find a little bit more length through the sides of the waist. And with your arms strong, start to walk your hands over to the right. Keep that left hand as far away from you as you can. Breathe wide through the entire left side of your body. And as you exhale, try to roll your left belly closer to the floor. Start to walk your hands over to the right. And gently walk your hands back to the center. You're going to roll all the way up so you sit back onto your heels. Now right here, you can use your hands. You're going to stack your toes underneath of you and then sit back onto your heels. It's not the most comfortable position in the world. It's really important, especially for runners, to stretch out all the fascia and the ligaments and the muscles in the bottom sides of the feet. So right here, just roll your shoulders back, sit nice and tall. And then just drop your head over to the right. Take the right hand overhead. Feel the weight of that left shoulder just dropping away and wide. Roll your chin through the center and take it over to the other side. See if you can keep your toes stacked under you just for a few more breaths. Roll that right shoulder open a little bit more. And roll your chin through the center. We're going to come onto all fours. So you can untuck those toes now. Place your hands underneath of your shoulders. Take a few easy rounds of cat-cow, using the breath as you move. So as you inhale, the belly drops, raise the heart high. And as you exhale, lift the belly. Look back towards your thighs. Inhale into cow pose. Exhale, round into cat. 3 more rounds. Try to find more roundness as you move, so you never stop moving. Stretch all the way in one direction and then right away start rounding into the next. 1 more. And come back to the center, nice long spine. You're going to stretch your right leg straight back behind you. Tuck the toes under. Reach forward and back through that heel. Take that right knee and you're going to tuck it right underneath of the left. So the knees are tucked nice and close to one another. The weight is evenly split between the two. Imagine rolling into cow spine again, so lift your hips a little. Press your hips back, and then walk your hands over to the right. So the same upper body position that we had in child's pose before. Use the arms to press the hips back and then drop the head. Relax your shoulders, but keep the arms strong. And keep pressing your hips back. And walk your hands back through the center. Stretch that right leg back behind you really long. And then just drop that knee back down. Left leg stretches back, reach forward and back through the heel. And again, stretching out the underneath side of the foot, but now we're working in a little bit more into the calf, the Achilles. And then take that left knee, tuck it behind your right. So tuck nice and tight. Raise your hips, press them back towards your heels and walk your hands over to the left. Use the arms to press the hips back so you have a long spine, long waist, long belly, and then drop your head. Long, easy breaths. Take 2 more of them. One more. And walk your hands back to the center. Stretch that left leg back really long and then place the knee onto the floor. Tuck your toes under, press all the way up to downward facing dog. And it's totally fine to keep the knees soft. Just as much as you can, find the length through the waist, pressing your hips up towards the sky, and then drop your head heavy. Gently lift your right leg off the floor. Step the right foot outside of your right hand. On your fingertips, open your chest really high. As you exhale, step your left foot forward outside the left hand. And turn forward to face you. Your feet are wide, just turn your toes out, sit down nice and low. Bring your arms onto your inner thighs and just rock side to side. So allow the knees to open up behind you as much as you can. Just allow gravity to help you sink a little bit deeper here. And then bring your hands down to the floor. Straighten your legs and heel toe your feet to hip distance apart. Soften your knees and roll up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Soften your knees, dive forward. Lengthen the spine to a flat back. Step your left foot back behind you. Drop that left knee down to the floor. Anjaneyasana, sweep your arms up and overhead. Drop your hips, but start to lift your belly up towards the ceiling. Maybe you can lean back, maybe you can look up. Just breathe. Trust the strength of the legs as you drop the hips heavier. And bring your hands down to the floor. Keep that back knee down, just gently slide your hips back and straighten the front leg. This is a great place to use your blocks if you have them underneath of your hands. Flex the front foot, draw the toes back, and lengthen the spine. Breathe long through the back of that leg. One more breath. And then bend that front knee, come back forward. Hands come down to the floor, downward dog, step back. Inhale, roll forward to a plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Slide onto your belly, baby cobra. Roll your shoulders back, lift your chest. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Inhale, your left leg lifts. Exhale, step it outside of your left hand. Inhale, on your fingertips, open your heart. Exhale, your right foot will step outside the right hand. Little different variation, we're coming into Malasana here. Go ahead, squat down between your heels. Bring your hands to your heart, just lengthen the spine. And if this is too much, just grab a block and place it underneath of your hips and you can sit right onto that block. If it's still a little bit too much, if you're working with anything going on in the knees, come right back to that position that we were in before and just open the knees and stay there. 2 more breaths. Wherever you are, hands to the floor, straighten your legs. Heel toe your feet all the way together. Drop your head, roll up to stand. Inhale, reach the arms around and up. Open your chest, fold. Lengthen the spine. Step your right leg back behind you. Drop your right knee down to the floor and lift your arms, Anjaneyasana. Feel the legs moving away from one another. The tailbone drops heavy. Use the arms to feel a little lightness through the torso. Relax your shoulders. One more breath. And you're going to bring your hands down, coming into that half split. The back knee stays down. Straighten your front leg, and you'll flex the left foot. Draw the toes back towards you and lengthen the spine. Open chest, long back. One more breath. And bend the front knee. Bring the hands onto the floor, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog, open your chest really high. Exhale, downward dog, press back. Lift your right leg up off the floor. This time you'll step it between your hands. On your fingertips, lengthen your spine. And start to heel toe your right foot across the mat. So it's going over to the left edge. This is another place that the blocks may come in handy. So with your hands on blocks or the floor, you're going to straighten that right leg. Lift your back heel and drop that left hip forward. So instead of the hips opening to the left, they're still square to the front of your mat. Lengthen the spine again. And then just like we did in child's pose, walk both of your hands over to the right. Drop your head. Keep lifting that back heel. Keep bringing your left hip forward. As much as you can, press down through your right big toe. Two more breaths. And then bend your front knee. With your hands on the floor blocks, walk them back forward. Keep your right foot where it is and drape the knee open. So we're coming into pigeon pose here. So the foot stays where it was, the knee is just going to open. That left leg stretches back behind you. Hands onto the floor, lift your chest high. And then gently just walk yourself forward. And take a few breaths here just to sink into the stretch. Again, breathe wide through your lower back. If you can, reach that left leg back a little longer behind you. Relax your shoulders and your head, and slow down your breath. Gently come back up onto your hands. You're going to roll your hips open to the left. So I'm going to turn to face you. And you're going to bring that left leg forward so that left hip can drop all the way down onto the floor. And bend the right knee in, sit up nice and tall. Both hips are evenly weighted down onto the mat. Reach down the left leg, take your right arm overhead. You're going to feel a big stretch through that right side of the low back, through your quadratus lumborum, some of your lats. Roll your chest open. Relax the shoulders, reach long. One more. And gently roll all the way up. Just make your way back to downward dog. Place that left foot onto the floor. Send the right leg back to meet it. Inhale, roll forward to a plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Upward dog. Downward dog. Lift your left leg up. Step it forward between your hands. On your fingertips, lengthen the spine long and start to heel toe that foot across over to the right edge of your mat. Blocks if you need them. Start to straighten that left leg. Lift your back heel and drop the back hip forward so the hip bones are facing the front of your mat. Walk your hands over to the left. Drop your head. Squeeze your inner thighs as much as you can to lift your hips higher. Relax your shoulders and drop your head. If it's possible, shift your hips a little bit to the right. One more breath. And you're going to walk your hands back forward. You can bend that left knee. And coming into pigeon pose, just drop the left knee open across your mat. Reach your right leg back behind you. Use your hands to help to lengthen the spine, open the chest. And then walk yourself forward. And just breathe. Try to relax through the belly and the chest. Two more breaths. And gently walk yourself back up. You're going to roll that back leg open, so you're going to go to face over to the right. I'm going to turn around so I face you. Your right leg is stretched out to the side, the left leg is bent in. Sit as tall as you can, reach long down that leg, the left arm overhead. As much as you can, reach through that arm. As much as you can, roll your chest open, lean the shoulders back. Relax the shoulders, reach a little longer. One more breath. And come all the way back up. Just bring the bottoms of your feet together. Sit up nice and tall, open the chest, and then lengthen forward. Allow your head and your shoulders to round, but as much as you can, keep reaching your belly button towards your toes. And gently roll up. Close your knees in together. You'll roll all the way down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest nice and tight. Drop both your knees over to the left, open your chest to the right. Drop your right shoulder onto the floor as much as you can. And take your knees through the center and take them over. To the right side, open your chest to the left. Back to the center. Hug both knees into your chest nice and tight. Draw the belly down, lift the forehead up to the knees. And then gently let your head rest onto the floor. Stretch your legs all the way straight. Open your arms by your sides, palms up. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Give yourself permission to just take a few breaths here, just to appreciate your body, for everything that it's done for you, to allow the body to soften and let go, and to tune in to the breath. Stay here as long as you want. But when you're done, gently move through the fingers and toes. Gently bend your knees. And gently make your way up to a comfortable seat. And just sit up nice and tall. Bring your hands together in front of your heart. Lengthen the spine and soften the shoulders. And just take a moment here to honor and respect the body, yourself, the light within me acknowledges and reflects the light within each of you. Namaste. Congratulations on your run and your yoga today. I hope that you feel wonderful. And I'll see you next time. Take care.